I don't see how I can take your accountability serious at all if you don't hold multiple parties accountable. If you only
Hey,
hold accountable,
Nas.
you feel me? If you only
Talk
hold it,
that shit,
if you
Nas.
only hold a party that's like directly competing with the party that you're associated with accountable, then it's a narrative that you're trying to drive rather than actual accountability. And I
Do
feel
your
like it's
own
like
research too.
yeah, like it's like
Do your
propaganda.
own research. Don't just listen to what one person is telling you. Like,
And again, I could have handled that differently. Again, like I'll even
yeah,
say that on here for
the
people to
approach
see.
could have been different.
Yeah,
Like if you want to play this game of like cherry picking what you want to point out and be like everything's being copied.
This shit is childish to me. Like, I feel like, bro, that's disrespectful because nothing they're doing is new. And besides, like a couple of things, like maybe like adding one dribble to the 1v1s or changing the score, the target score. But like as far as like events and people pulling up playing 1v1s, king of the court, all built up from different platforms.
We keep going backwards as a community.
Game to 30s with 2s and 3s. I think that was a great change, and they should be proud of that. Like,
That's
you
what
guys
I'm
made
saying.
a lasting impression in the space.
Ballislife have never told me I couldn't go somewhere ever.
It's
Like,
little shit like that that tells you that people want the best. Like Ballislife wants the best for you or whoever they dealing with. You can't find nobody that's not with TNC that will talk crazy about Ballislife.
Hey man, we back with another video, but this video a little different. This is an accountability video. So before we get into accountability video, I still have to let y'all know that I'm still sponsored by the best daily fantasy sports app, Prospects. And for today's Prospects, just to show y'all that we not hating on TNC or don't have no ill will towards TNC, I'm seeing that they doing great things in the community. They got TNC on Prospects today, and I'm using their games as my picks for today. So if I'm going to choose my 3 picks, it's going to be Michael Beasley and Lance under. Beasley finna wash them. Cam and Lat over combo score because I feel like it's going to be a good game. And Eli and Moon also over. I think that's going to be a good game. It's going to go down to the wire. So those are my 3 picks. Use code BGU for $50 guaranteed when you use $5 in lineup. That's $50 guaranteed when you use $5 in lineup. If you don't use the code, you just hating at this point, man. Now back to the video. Holding everybody, and that means everybody, accountable all 2025, man. I see y'all in the video.
hey man, we here. We got Uncle Skoob here. We got AK. We got Matt. And you know, it's been a lot of speculation about Ballislife and just how the things have transpired with copying, with certain beefs and disagreements, and we just here to hold the people that's holding everybody accountable as well. So we want to hold everybody accountable as a whole, and I feel like it's only right that you hear both sides of the situation. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if you hear one side, you're gonna all obviously think they're right and everybody else is wrong. So we here to address the other side of the issue, and you know what I'm saying, the floor is y'all. I just want to hear what y'all got to say.
Well, I can get started. Well, yeah, recently there was a video put out by the Ellis. He's saying everything Ballislife has done in the last 3-4 years is we've copied everything from the company he works for. And
That man, but I mean, I just don't like that, man. That's kind of disrespectful to what y'all have built. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to like pick a side or nothing, but I don't know. I was disappointed in BLS after hearing that. I ain't even watched the full video, but from what I heard,
I just my point is, if you're gonna hold somebody accountable, hold everybody accountable. And I feel like, you know, it shows a bias when you don't hold everybody accountable. And I just don't think they're doing a good job of covering all sides. They only cover one side and they only hold one person accountable and only honing in on one group. And I just think that's just not fair for a viewer like myself and for all the community, because you're not hearing both sides. So like I said, AK, the floor is yours.
yeah, it just seems very deliberate. I think, you know, in internet today, it rewards whoever speaks first. You know, whoever throws out the first accusation kind of like controls the narrative. I feel, the word accountability is being thrown around very loosely here. Again, I think there's like motive behind it. There's no secret to that, in my opinion. The way it was approached, it was very calculated. If you peel the layers of the accountability here, I don't know. There's some form of resentment and just ulterior motive. First of all, let me be first to say that as Ballislife got inspiration from other places, of course, we got inspiration from Devin the Lab. We've got inspiration from anybody you name. We've got inspiration from, and this community and YouTube in general has been built on people getting inspired by each other, and communities have been built off of you see what you like. Hey, I want to be a part of this community, and then you contribute to that community. But to say Ballislife has copied everything is very extreme accusation. Like, if you want to play this game of like cherry picking what you want to point out and be like everything's being copied, like, for the sake of the argument, let's do the same thing, okay?
Yeah.
So,
I just feel like, at my point, and like I said, I've been new to the scene. I'm fairly new. I'm not like brand new, but I'm fairly new. And I remember it was a point where everybody was doing park runs, and then teams were involved. And it was the West Coast squad, and the East Coast squad, and the Midwest squad, and then it becomes the Hooligans, then it becomes Wild Hunt. You know what I'm saying? And and then what was Drifty J and J Dub and Kent Wilder? What was their team called? Zone 6. So nobody, like, I didn't feel like anybody made it a point to hold them accountable for copying a team-based thing and making it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like everybody just embraced the competition of everybody playing each other. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of how those big games where West Coast squad played East Coast squad, and West Coast squad played Midwest squad, or Wild Hunt played Frigga Fam. You know what I'm saying? That was a thing. Like, everybody embraced people bringing teams together and bringing like your own community and battling out with each other. You know what I'm saying? Even if you know what I'm saying, Frigga was doing his Frigga Fam camps with the ones and stuff like that. And then, other people started doing it, but it wasn't no like harsh word of copycat. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't none of that. It was all love, and it was just like competition, and I don't know why or when we went away from that being just love and competition, or a trend that there's nothing new under the sun. Everything is refound, revalued, redefined. You take that as a compliment. Like I said, there's nothing new under the sun, but that's just my piece. So,
right.
Yeah, to add to that too, or to just agree with it, is like that's what breeds competition. It makes everybody better, right? Like when we first started with Ballislife, there were several other, call it mixtape companies, because it's kind of evolved since then, that were around with us, from Hoop Mixtape, Yay Area's Finest, and you can name some of the other ones if you want to, Arek, but like those are the core three that like we would compete against each other, and we never did anything in a sense of like competing against each other where we're just like, oh, you're copying me, or you're doing this. Like, we're all filming right next to each other. We're all competing against each other in the same way that you compete in 1v1 or in a team basketball game. That's how we would compete on the media side. And it was crazy. Like we would get in like really heated type of discussions from time to time where we just had to like ignore each other for a bit. But like it was all in competition. Like I didn't want to use somebody else as like a microphone to bring that person down. That's not what I did.
Yeah.
I wanted to come back with me and Arek, but how can we like better perform next time on a video that drops? What can we do to make our video better than theirs? What did they do that they took from us, or vice versa? What can we take from them to make our video better? And we always took from each other. Like it's a part of the game. Like even if you, like you said, even just the music, also with art is a very big piece where people take from each other. Like nothing's original, like 100% original. Could you imagine the game of basketball if whoever was the first person that created basketball said, nobody else can play this game because I'm the one that created it. It's my own thing. So we just have no basketball? Like that's stupid. So I think it's just a very poor take at the expense of alienating an entire audience that that grew up on and loves Ball is Life. Like, we're here. We've worked with you guys for many instances, even to the sense of working with Austin and the East Coast squad, like you said. I challenge them to find an opportunity to where you can say, like, we treated you badly, or we didn't do right by you.
I don't
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we hear you.
I don't even
while.
see this as like we hate or a hate train or trying to like, you know what I'm saying? We really just want to address what had our side or I just giving them the platform to address their side of the story. Like, just like,
and I ain't gonna lie, not to cut you off though, Nas. I just want to say something to piggyback on that which I was talking about. I don't even think this is about like being treated badly or none of that, because I don't think no player can really say, oh, I went over to Ballislife Life and they're just trash at business and I don't get paid and this, you know what I mean? Like, that's, you're not gonna get that. But I think the whole thing is them saying that, you know, you guys are copying them. That's just like, that's kind of disrespectful, because nothing they're doing is new. You know what I'm saying? Besides like a couple of things, like maybe like adding one dribble to the 1v1s or changing the score, the target score. But like, as far as like events and people pulling up, playing 1v1s, King of the Court, the ABC crew. Like, I remember when my first time on Ballislife, Nitty and Bionic was commentating. Right. So that'd be crazy for y'all to be like, oh, well, we started this commentating thing in the 1v1s. So B. Ellis and A. Millie and Marcellus, y'all some copycats because we started doing it. It's like, I don't even
though commentating has been around since before we were born, on live basketball, football games, Olympics, whatever it may be.
Even with the pay-per-view event, like Devin Lab was the first, you know what I'm saying? Devin Lab did pay-per-view before any of this.
Literally.
Or anybody. So it's like, it's hard to say that you created anything, because you could relay it back to somebody in the past that either tried it and failed or tried it and succeeded, but you just doing it with a different twist. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to stop the copying word, because
and that's why I find it real disrespectful, because it's like, damn, like you really saying all of this? Like, y'all just like came out of nowhere and was like, okay, we're gonna do commentating, we're gonna do 1v1s, we're gonna go city to city, we're gonna do pay-per-view. Nobody's ever done this before, and whoever does it is trying to be like us. It's like you know what I'm saying?
Isn't it also real rich coming from someone who has a reaction channel that doesn't make any original content? Like, you literally just sit in your room and you wait for somebody to drop a video so you can download it, re-upload it with you watching it and giving your entertainment takes every now and then. Yeah. And then you monetize it. So that's like, so when you talk about originality and doing something, like, I'm not saying reaction channels are bad. All I'm saying is, like, you did not do anything original to do that. Reaction channels have been around for a long period of time. And for you to come on here trying to hold us accountable for potentially copying something, like, when have you come out with something that's original? I don't know.
That's the big thing.
And I can't find it.
And I don't even think that's the shit on B. Ellis, because it's like, that's like Cash Nasty coming out and saying, B. Ellis is copying me, man. Everything he does, he reacts.
We all got inspiration. I think B. Ellis has come out before. I'm not so sure. I don't want to say this, but come out before and say he got inspiration from Cash. Like, he used to get inspiration from Cash, and it's okay to get inspiration from Cash. And so it's like, nobody's saying you copying Cash, and like, this is not just about B. Ellis. This is just period. Yeah. I just don't like how my main fault in the whole thing is the accountability only being one-sided. That's bias. And then just the rumors of people saying don't support them because of your disagreement with them. Exactly. Because that affects more than just, you know, AK and Matt are the face or behind the scenes of Ballislife, or, you feel me, make Ballislife run, but it's people like me and Skoob and Pat and Trey that depend on Ballislife as well. So it's like,
you're not
harming just one person. You're harming a lot of people.
There's also the whole team of videographers and video editors that are out there as long as you guys are for that whole day. I mean, Jael just posted something, one of our guys, that he was out there for like 12 hours and then went and did like a couple mile run in the evening, like a 12-hour day, dude. Like, you're basically crapping on this guy and other people like him that work for our team because you have a disagreement or you're spewing something to obviously totally bias one side for whatever reason you have. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I just wanted to address both sides. If we're gonna address both, we're gonna be accountable.
For real.
Everybody in the community accountable.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And it's certain things that it's certain things that, like, okay, June's League does that they got from somebody, or All the Dribble does they got somebody, or even Next Chapter has done and has got from somebody. So it's just like, you know, I don't care. I have no ill will towards nobody. You know what I'm saying? I kind of make sure that I stay neutral into a lot of stuff, but you know, I don't just like stand by and watch just everything go down. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like this was something that I felt strongly about because it was only one. It was a one-sided attack.
I'm saying, but not even to like, because I don't even like taking credit for this, for shit like this. I feel like it makes me feel good to be like, damn, everybody going on tour. Shit, that's lit. You know what I'm saying? Like that means like your idea was legendary enough for people to copy it, or to not even really copy. I don't want to use that word, but to be inspired by it and use it. You know what I'm saying? Because Next Chapter did the same thing. I remember when Next Chapter was Wild Hunt and Scotty hit me up saying he wants to come to Maryland and do an event. You know what I mean? Like, and then they started going on tour, doing city to city. It's like, I'm not mad at it. I'm not gonna get on the internet and be like, hey man, talk about how they're copying us. Like, tour always been a thing. It was like Aaron One used to go on tour. It just wasn't one-on-one. That's where I got the idea from. I'm being real. Like, Aaron One used to go city to city. People wanted to see them play. I'm like, okay, you know what? What about a 1v1 tour? Like, it's the inspiration from something, with everything. So it's like, that's
even
why
with like
it's childish for that to even be a thing.
Even with us, like me going to Puerto Rico, I got that from Nick Briz and Friga.
That's what I'm saying.
You know I see them doing. I was like, I can do something like that with my boys. Like then I held something. It got some more. Then now you see J. Lou going overseas and Friga going back overseas. It just resurfaced it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying it's not. And I had no problem with people doing it, but it's just this is how the trends work. So I don't understand. That's what I'm saying.
They were never doing one-on-one events ever.
Yeah. Let me chime in real quick because I want to use the same parameters they use and like apply it to, you know, the Next Chapter, just to kind of like prove this point. But first of all, the YouTube 1v1 scene was started by Devin the Lab, if we're like really going that back. Pioneer of the 1v1 scene, right? And then he's also the first one to do pay-per-view events. You know, that's where Friga and Hezi played 1v1 for 10K and a few other guys. And then Friga, when he was doing his own thing, he's really the first one who brought guys like in one place together over multiple days and like shot that like what is now we refer to as series. And then Free Smoke started. Free Smoke with the live events and like people would pay ticket prices with the crowd, and then the Street Stars, Scoob, you and Street Stars, you kind of like built on that idea to yourself, and out of the 2s, the 3s, and then you took that on the road. So like you go on the road, people buy tickets, watch 1v1, and so far this is everything that the next chapter has done.
That's what I'm saying. So from different platforms is what, like, you see
different
what I'm saying?
Platforms, exactly.
All built up from different platforms. So that's why I'll be in word, because it's given to the, I always say the TNC got fanboys, and it's not me hating on TNC, but I just know that because it's such a big platform and it's a lot of new people coming to the scene, like new fans coming to the scene, they only know Next Chapter. So they like, whatever they do, oh yeah, they started it. Oh, I never seen nobody doing it. So they think Next Chapter just started everything. And I don't like the fact that, you know, the Next Chapter and ABC crew is running with it. Like, be real about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't just start all of this. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
I don't
even the tag team 1v1 wasn't started by it was really started in China. Kenny Chow was the first one to adopt it here in the States. Same goes for 1v1 200. I mean, a lot of the YouTube basketball guys got signed to play in China, and like that one Moon video with him and Slim did a tag team 200, really went viral. I mean, bro, like, what are we talking about? All these ideas have been borrowed from somewhere else, and let's give credit where it's due. Like, sure, they added the like subs, the game to 30s with 2s and 3s. I think that was a great change, and they should be proud of that. Like, you guys made a lasting impression in the space. That was a great change. Be proud of that.
I don't get it. I still don't understand. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't see the full video, but like, this shit is childish to me. Like, I feel like, bro, if we're doing something that y'all doing, y'all should be giving yourself a pat on the back. Like, you know what I mean?
I just think
good content and it's working. So we're gonna try it too with different players.
I just think like they are making it such a production, and they do a great job with it. Like I'm kudos. They do a great job with the production and the storytelling, and Scotty's great at doing stuff like that. But I just think we gotta get off of that copy and stuff, and we just gotta embrace that as a community. We give and take ideas from one another. You know what I'm saying?
And I also feel like if let's say Ballers Life is doing a lot of the things that Next Chapter is doing, I feel like that's what creates the growth part of it. Like, okay, they doing this now. Let me see what else we can do to be more creative. You know what I'm saying? Like, it keeps the shit going and it keeps the community growing. Like, if they're the only ones doing this, it'll get stagnant because there's no competition, there's no pressure to keep evolving. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I just don't see the problem in it, man. Like, I feel like this whole situation is very, very childish. And I think personally, you know what I'm saying, I don't really have no bad blood against B. Ellis, but I think, of course, he's doing all this because of the whole situation with the copyright and you not wanting him to react to videos. So it's just like, it's a bunch of shit.
Let me actually, since you bring that up, let me actually address that really quick. So, because obviously nobody's really heard from me on this. I, as you guys know, and you guys can attest to it, I'm usually a guy that just stays behind the scenes and do what I need to do for the business to keep it going and make sure you guys are all paid accordingly as well. But regarding that, it was more of, and I do this with anybody, it was more of like, hey, you're okay to react to our video. Give it a little time before you react to it, for one. Like, you can't, I don't want somebody reacting to our video that we all know we spend a great deal creating this. Fly people in, we house you, we feed you, we have video editors, videographers. We put a lot of work and expense into every single one of these videos that we make. So when somebody just sees us upload a video and within like a couple of hours goes and adds a reaction video, it basically like hurts our video from being able to perform to its peak.
I never thought of this.
And that's something that I care about, like, because I see all of the expenses that go on. So for me, I'm like, let me hit up Arek. Arek, since you have a relationship with this guy, can you ask him to do this? All I wanted was a link back to the video and delay posting the video. Arek spoke with him at one point and Marcellus Howard, and things weren't really changed. And I was like, and I even spoke to him about this on the phone, but he was more trying to get a rise out of me on the phone than. So when I spoke to him on the phone, I was like, that's my bad. I probably shouldn't have commented something public on your video. And I should have just had Arek reach out to you directly. And it was like, no, like, now you're just trying to shift blame on Arek. You're not putting it on yourself. And I'm like, no, I'm saying my bad. Like, this is my fault that I did this. But this is the reason why I would like to have a link back to the video. That's all I'm really asking. Link back to the video because it helps on the SEO purposes for searching around on YouTube, and also utilizing the other property that's really big with Google, which is their search engine. So for me, like, I want that link back to our video if we can have it. Instead, there's links to like their Discord and Price Picks and whatever else needs to be on there that they're generating money off of. So for me, I'm like, okay, you don't have to pay anything to make this video like we did. This ask to me should be very simple. Like, yeah, okay, I can do that. Instead, he went scorched earth. We spoke about it again like a couple of days later, and I spoke to him for probably about an hour and thought we were getting someplace really good. Obviously, we didn't. But I felt like during that whole conversation, it was more saying things to try and get a rise out of me to make another YouTube video, which I'm not going to do. And I spoke about this even with Marcellus too, through an Instagram DM. I'm like, Marcellus, like, it's not that hard to add a link. Like, well, I spoke with Arek, and you guys aren't on the same page. And I'm like, regardless of who you spoke to, it's not that hard to add a link. Like, how long does it take you to add a link? Like, question to you. How long does it take?
Thanks. It does. I mean, copy and paste.
Exactly, right? And is it a big deal to add a link to a video? Like, if you think about it on the grand scheme of things, is it a big deal?
No. Now, actually, like after you just explained this, I kind of see your perspective, because it's like, damn, we just posted this on our channel, and a lot of people want to see you react to it because, of course, you're an internet personality. So, like, they'll just probably not watch it at all on the channel that it came out on, and just only watch it on, you know, the reactors channel. So I get what you're saying. Like, at least 48 hours, probably, like 24 hours, maybe.
To play devil's advocate, I just want to just play devil's advocate. I remember him saying something along the lines of, like, there's other videos that you haven't asked for that same request. So he just felt like he was isolating him in that instance. Like, what's the
for me? And this is what I even told him on the phone, is I honestly didn't know who he was. Like, I'm not out there like watching everything like someone else might be. Like, I watch our stuff and that's about it. So when I started to see him pop up on my YouTube feed and I saw our video, that's when I hit up Arek. And that was I don't know, like 3 or 4 months ago. So I didn't know about all the other videos. I had no idea who this person was. I saw the name one time in our payroll because he played in our Nesquik event. That's all I knew of him. I had no idea he had a channel. I had no idea he was reacting to our videos. And I told him this. I'm like, you know, I didn't know who you were. So now that I know who you are, I'm asking you to do this. And another example to continue on what you're asking, Nas, was he asked, like, why didn't you ask of this to Cash Nasty? And I'm like, well, we actually asked Cash Nasty to react to our videos. We would literally send it to him to react to our videos. So there was more of like, we knew he was going to react to our video. This is what it is. And we also controlled the time of when he was going to react to it. So it was a different situation.
Was Cash Nasty reacting to the videos like in an appropriate time manner? Like, was it? Because you said Bielsa.
Cash would wait, like, he would wait a few days normally.
Yeah. So I feel like that's where the whole thing is.
No, I just wanted to like, because I know that's going to be a rebuttal. To whatever, whenever this gets posted, wherever it gets posted. Yeah. So I just wanted to clear that side up as well, just to hit all points so that the audience can really understand where we come from or where y'all are coming from in this whole situation. So,
and me personally, I don't mind reaction videos. Like, I mean, I just that what you just said, put it into perspective as far as like give it some time at least so they can watch it on the creator's channel. You know what I'm saying? I feel that, but I can also say like B. Ellis reacted to a couple of my vids. Hey, Millie, Marcellus, it helped me grow as a creator. You know what I'm saying? Because their audience is watching them that might not watch me, so I might get some new fans or some supporters or whatever. So I mean, I get both sides, but I do think if you requesting that, it's a respect thing to be like, okay, cool, like I'll do this for you, so I can keep. I just feel like everybody wins that way. So
it's not like I'm going in and being like, hey, like I need you to pay me to use our videos. Like, don't react to our videos. That was never the case. It was more of like, dude, just put a link to our video.
Yeah.
And I even told him this as well on the phone is we do this to ESPN, House of Highlights, Bleacher Report, all of these big accounts on Instagram and YouTube. So, and we've gotten into a cadence with them over the last decade. So it's not like this just started, where they will literally contact us and ask for permission before they use our video. And then they actually put a tag of Ballislife in the copy. We tell them you have to put a tag on Ballislife in the copy. You can't hide our watermark. And you need to put a link back to the video if it goes up on YouTube. So we've been doing that forever.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I know Biela's gonna hate me for that. He might not like this, but I honestly think I'm on your side with this one because it's like as creators as well. If somebody was to post like his video on their page and get like let's say it went viral or something, I'm sure he'll be under the comments like, "Damn, y'all not gonna tag me?"
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I get it. I ain't gonna lie, I get it. I'm not gonna lie. I get it.
Okay. And again, I could have handled that differently. Again, like I'll even say that on here for
the
people to
approach
see.
could have been different.
I could have handled it differently, and I even said that I could handle it differently. But like to go scorched earth to me was a bit much. Like that was a bit of a far overreaction, in my opinion.
Let me ask you a question. My bad, AK. Let me ask you a question. Do you think that it could be a turning point from here? Like you and BLS can have a third conversation to kind of just meet in the middle and understand where each other is coming from? Because I feel like he didn't understand how you just explained to me. I don't think he took it like that.
Yeah, I'm always willing to hear people out and speak to them at some point, but like it depends if like they're being serious or not. If you're just doing stuff to make another video, like I know how the internet works. I know how that goes.
And a man conversation.
Let me say my thing because it relates to this. I feel like because BLS and I was calling him, he was calling me during this whole ordeal, and like we were having private conversations. And, like Matt said, at some points it seemed like we were getting to an understanding on the phone, like very cordial and like talking very respectfully to each other. And then we get off the phone, and I feel like what was happening is he was kind of like telling his group, you know, whether it's Scotty, Marcellus, Amy, you know, like, oh, I just talked to him. This is what was said. They would rile him up and be like, no, like hold your ground, or like stand your ground. Don't do this. And then he would text me back and like completely change his mind and just like have a completely different tone. So I feel like there was some of that happening because he might have been getting pressured behind the scenes to like stand his ground. You know what I mean?
Okay. If anybody is seeing this video, if you made it this far, I challenge the ABC crew to be accountable towards the next chapter in anything they have ever done. Period. I don't care.
Nobody's perfect, so you can't say that.
I don't care how big or small it is, but I challenge y'all to hold that same microscope to next chapter and release a video on that, because I don't see how I can take your accountability serious at all if you don't hold multiple parties accountable. If you only hold
Nas,
you feel me? If you only hold
that shit, Nas.
If you only hold a party that's like directly competing with the party that you're associated with accountable, then it's a narrative that you're trying to drive rather than actual accountability. And then you got these shirts you making, you got all these slogans y'all got going on. I challenge the ABC crew to hold the next chapter accountable as well. And let's see if y'all really are holding everybody accountable all 2025. That's what I want. Because you can hold me accountable.
Yeah.
You can hold Skoob accountable.
Yeah.
You can hold any creator in the community accountable. But I have never heard y'all say anything in the like that next chapter have ever done that y'all need to hold them accountable for.
Yeah. Yeah.
So and it's not saying that they do a hell of shit wrong. You know what I'm saying? I know the things that has happened that ain't been this like perfect.
But no. I mean, that's what I'm saying.
And I know y'all know. So yeah. I just want to see if y'all hold them accountable in the same microscope that you hold everybody else accountable.
Because that's
if that's the fact, then I'll say y'all be holding everybody accountable all 2025.
Not real shit. That's the only way we can look at it and be like, okay, I see what you're saying. I can understand. Because right now it just seems like it's y'all versus like Ballislife or whoever else is not with the program. So
right.
It just seems like they're being used as like kind of to
push it. They being used to push the narrative against. Okay, let everybody go to watch the next chapter. Don't nobody watch Ballislife,
case, bro. Because Biella said he's unbiased.
So I just want to, and I know I done talked to all of them individually at some point, and I they all have high character. So I just want to see like them hold everybody to that same standard that they're holding Ballislife to, or anybody that they're being accountable. Because when Skoob said something or alive about Kel and they did not like it, they held him accountable. He made his response. Y'all made a response to his response. Let's hear. Let me see y'all hold everybody accountable, please.
Shit, man. And I feel like that's the only way everybody will respect your opinions as well. Like, not saying that y'all opinions are never valid, but if you're not holding Like I feel like you should hold even yourself. Like everybody should be held accountable for your opinions, and your voice to just be respected by everybody. You know what I mean? So
Unbiased.
I got a point right there, man. If you
ain't holding everybody accountable, then don't hold nobody accountable.
Literally.
Shit.
That's how you gotta drop the mic on that, man.
Yeah.
Well,
But
a couple other things I did want to hit on that are said like in our comments or said also in their videos, like two things. One is the whole thing around, and it's an easy thing to say. I've gotten this from multiple people that are involved in this conversation as a whole, but like, oh, Ballislife goes out there and films young basketball players and just profits off of it. For one, I would challenge you to find an instance where we charge somebody to watch our content. Please find it. There's never has been one. And then I would also challenge you to look across our platform of free content that you can watch. We don't make money on Instagram, which is where the bulk of our content goes from short form. $0 ever made on Instagram in over like 13 years that we've been on there. $0. No money. So when we post somebody on there, understand, just like when we have these series that we do with you guys, there's a cost associated with everything that we do. So if we drive revenue back from an advertisement, that's different than charging for the content itself. We're a media company, and we've helped people across the freaking world be seen by the world. So we've gotten a tremendous amount of messages thanking us for what we do because, you know, a coach overseas or a coach at a college that they never would have heard of reached out to them, or coaches themselves. Thank you for pushing this out because I would have never seen this player if it wasn't for your platform. So for us, like, you can try and spew that narrative all you want. But at the end of the day, I can tell you that we help a lot of people be seen, including you two guys that are on here right now, and so many other people. And many times people will focus on us looking at one player, and they miss the hundreds of videos that we post a month on so many other people from grade school all the way into high school.
What was that, Scoop?
No, I was just saying, even if it is that right there, I think that's like a fan perspective. Like, oh, you just record people and try to make money off of them. Like, that's what everybody does. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
yeah,
everybody.
It's value add. Like, we're adding value to that person and their family.
It's not like you got 30 followers and you trying to sell their footage to somebody. Like, you got millions of followers. Like, I don't know, not one person that made it to Ballislife and wasn't like, yo, look, Ballislife posted me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So,
I used to repost every story Ballislife posted me. I was like, damn, I really
I'm like, shit. And that was the most likes I ever got. That's when my following started growing. AK, man, when we first linked up for the King of the Court, like, I had some followers. I had a little movement, but I feel like y'all got me to that other scene. Like, where other people like, okay, who is this dude? Like, okay, I'm getting followers after followers. I used to love when y'all posted me or collab with me, whatever. So that right there, that's some bullshit. I ain't gonna lie, that's some bullshit. Everybody loves to get posted on Ballislife. That's not.
And then the second one to move past that is like the whole narrative behind, oh, well, this individual, Scotty, created all this stuff, and you guys are the ones that just like took it away from him. And I'm just like, dude, that's such a horrible narrative to put out there because, for one, Scotty was a team member on Ballislife. He worked for us. So when you work for somebody, they are investing in you to help create content for them, especially if they're a content powerhouse like we are. So if Scotty wasn't creating content and we weren't paying him for it, like, I don't know what he was supposed to do. So if you're a part of the team, like, you're getting paid good to be a part of the team and incorporate your ideas. Isn't that what you're supposed to do as a business and as a content powerhouse like us? Like, imagine if Scotty came to us with an idea, or anybody that's on my team, and it was a great idea. And many people have come to me with great ideas. And I was just like, you know what? That's a dumb idea. I don't want to do it. Isn't it good that I invested in that idea? Yeah. And that Arek invested in that idea? Right. That's what you want to do with your team, right? So that whole narrative that's being pushed out there like that, to me, is just, it's really, really a very big cheap shot.
Was Scotty there in 2005?
Nope.
There's a reason he came to come work with Ballislife, right?
Mind you, we paid all the expenses, all the players, all the equipment, all the hotels, all the flights.
There's never been a time I came to Ballislife and didn't feel appreciated monetarily. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, and sometimes I'm like, damn, I'm getting this much money for real. You feel me? I know my first time on King of Court, I was like, Lord, I can get used to this. That's what made me like really start taking content serious. Like, all right, overseas, y'all can have that because I'm making this much in a day. You know what I'm saying? So, and I don't think Next Chapter doesn't take care of their player. I think everybody is, but I just don't like how we went from anybody can play on any platform to not doing it to back to doing it to back to not doing it. I just feel like we keep going backwards as a community, and I would like, you know what I'm saying, like Burke and Cam and them to come on Ballislife and like me, Skoob and Zay go to the Next Chapter. I've never, because there's people saying like, why are you not on the pay-per-view too and stuff like that, and it's because there's so much friction in between companies that it's like you have to pick a side. You can't just stay neutral because like if you stay neutral, you're not on our side. And
right. And I'm not
you ain't getting booked nowhere.
I'm not. My bad. I cut you
Wait,
off.
no, have I ever said that to you though?
No, and
I'm saying, I'm not gonna pick a side.
Nobody has told me I have to pick a side, but it's like
if I had to pick a side though, respectfully, it's not against Next Chapter. I'm gonna go Ballislife because that's why I started for real. Like as far as like, that was the first platform to actually.
Like I said, I got a lot of. I made one of the biggest paydays I ever made on Next Chapter in one day. You know what I'm saying? So I'm never taking that away from because that was something huge in my life. You know what I'm saying? And I had a great experience, and it was a magnitude event, and it was like it's probably it was like a pause in the community at that moment because it was so big and so monumental. So I got real respect for their pay-per-views and stuff like that, but I got loyalty to Ballislife too, because when I tore my meniscus, you know what I'm saying, they was the people holding me afloat when I couldn't even play. You know what I'm saying? Like it was times where it was like 4, 5, 6 months I sat down, didn't touch a ball for Ballislife, and was still getting monthly checks. You know what I'm saying? And I will always have a place in my heart for that because I was like, that could have been, all right, I'm going to get a job and I'm done with this kind of stuff, and then I don't know where I would have been at this moment. You know what I'm saying?
And we got to talk about Nas when it was a time where TNC would have got in the way of something you was trying to do with Ballislife. It might have been both of us, but we're gonna talk about you. But AK was even like, well, if the money situation is better over there Next Chapter, go ahead.
Yeah, Ballislife have never told me I couldn't go somewhere. Ever.
So it's little shit like that tells you that people want the best, like Ballislife wants the best for you or whoever they dealing with. Because even like a guy like Burke started on Ballislife. He was discovered on Ballislife. He played you. He was on the Hoop Dreams. You don't see Ballislife pushing out, oh, well, they stealing our players and this and that, telling Burke not to go there. It's like you let the players roam free. Whatever they want to do, they do. And I'm not saying Next Chapter has to follow this motto. But I'm just saying, like, the light that's put on Ballislife right now, like, bro, it gotta stop because you can't find too many people you can't find nobody that's not with TNC that will talk crazy about Ballislife. You can't. And even some people that are with TNC won't talk crazy about Ballislife. They just keep because they know.
And me with Ballislife wouldn't talk crazy about TNC. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
It's no beef.
I wouldn't talk crazy about. I don't never talk crazy about TNC.
Right, it's no beef with me and TNC. I just am here to be a medium for the other side of the story because I feel like every story has two sides.
We're on both sides. We're on both sides.
And I literally I was at the start of TNC when it was nothing. Like
really was on
I was at the real start of TNC, and then I've been at Ballislife for I don't know how long now. You know what I'm saying? So I got love for both teams, like everybody. Like for me to be who I am today, I needed both of them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just as a respectful medium. I'm trying to let everybody know that there's two sides of the story. I don't like that. There's only one narrative being pushed, and that's because that's the popular narrative that people are just running with. Well, sometimes you need to hear the unpopular opinion, and this might be the unpopular opinion, but it needs to be heard so that people can draw their own conclusions and they're not just being propaganda. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's like
research too.
Yeah, like it's like propaganda.
Do your own research. Don't just listen to what one person is telling you. Like, just do your own research and think for yourself. Like, that's it.
Yeah. What really bugs me on top of all of this is I take pride in whenever we do series and all you guys come over and players who, you know, are considered next driver players come over. I've never once behind closed doors ever said anything bad about next chapter and Scotty.
Thanks.
These players will show me texts that they're getting as they're there of like what's being said about me. And still, I'm like, that's crazy. But
bro, I ain't gonna lie. It's been times where I used to be mad at AK for not saying nothing. I'm like, bro, you gonna let them talk to you like that? You know how he is now. If he trying to clap, we gonna clap back. But like, I didn't see some disrespectful shit about.
And the one time I did have something to say, I went on Ballislife live and I said it publicly. I didn't say it behind closed doors, and it wasn't even that bad. It was just like, hey, we have an event in 2 days, and it was trying to be sabotaged. Like that's fucked up.
Where's the accountability? Where's the accountability? I want it
stuff like that.
I'll tell you one thing regarding that though. What happened with Arek at that time was messed up, but that's fair game. That's business, right? At the end of the day, that's business. But when you go out there trying to push a false narrative about somebody to try to bring them down and bring their business down, that's not fair game. That's weak. That's weak ass shit. If you want to beat us the right way. That's fine. And if you beat us, kudos to you, dude. I'll shake your hand afterwards. If you're putting out a better product than us, kudos to you. I will shake your hand for it. You deserve that. But don't go about it this way. This is again, dumbass shit.
Yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. Like I said, accountability. I'm disappointed in that take.
Everybody gotta be held accountable. It can't just be one side.
I don't like the copycat thing, man. I feel like that's just disrespectful to the game.
This is us holding the ABC crew accountable. This is what we doing. We hold y'all
I've never
accountable.
Seen, by the way,
be accountable to everybody.
I don't think it's really A Millie though. It's not A Millie. I never really heard too much of Marcellus. I feel like they piggyback off B. Ellis. I feel like B. Ellis is the one that's like pushing it the most. That's why I'm really saying only his name.
I was just gonna say, like, obviously Austin's, you know, not with us anymore, and he's part of the ABC crew, and he's kind of in a awkward situation when the topic is us. But if Austin, if you're listening, I have no hard feelings towards you, and
I don't got no hard feelings.
I don't got no heart, bro.
I respect all.
I can call Austin. I call Sel after this, and we can
No
still chop it
at
up.
all.
I just, as a friend, as a community member, you know what I'm saying, and as somebody that has listened to your message of being accountable, you can't. Everybody has to be held accountable. So that includes yourself, and that includes the people that you work under. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has. So don't you can't step on toes if you're scared to step on your own.
Exactly. That's the main thing. Just don't step on other people's toes if you're not going to step on everybody's. Don't pick and choose the battle.
When Skoob do wrong, I'm the first nigga to tell him he wrong. And when I'm messing up, he the first nigga to tell me I'm wrong. And even with AK, when AK started doing it, I'm like, AK, bro, don't do that, bro. That's not it. You know what I'm saying? So as friends, you know what I'm saying, you gotta hold your own friends accountable. So you feel me? I feel like that gotta work. Everybody gotta, you know what I'm saying? Do their part. So I'm doing my part as a community member and holding ABCQ crew accountable. Feel me? So this is what this interview about. I wanted Ballislife, AK, and Matt to get their side out, and then Skoob was here to more moral support. So you know what I'm saying, that's what we came here for. And if you made it this far, we appreciate you for listening. And let spam the comments. Accountability for everybody, all caps. Accountability 2005,
guys.
For everybody.
Established 2005. All the guys that's over there have been on Ballislife before that was even created. So just keep that in mind.
You say it 3 times so people will understand. Accountability for everybody. That's all I gotta say.
Hopefully we can get somewhere with this, man. So you know what I mean. It's no bad blood, but the shit gotta stop. Shit gotta stop.
It really does. It's just becoming too often like,
Yeah.
oh, we need to talk shit about them. Here, let me make a video really quick
Yeah,
about
it's
them.
becoming too petty. Like, it's like, bro,
Yeah.
what we doing? Like,
It's like he said something and then he kept going and then he kept going. I'm like, damn, nigga, nobody even said nothing back. Like that's like a bully. Like you keep, smack him, he ain't smack you back. Smack him again, he ain't smack you back. You smack him a third. So I'm like, all right, like somebody got hit you, not even him.
Yeah.
Somebody else got hit you.
Yeah, what sucks is like we've always been like, we're not gonna entertain it, we're not gonna get into back and forth, but it's getting to a point where like people are really running with some narratives, and it's just like,
and that's the thing though. Next chapter, they keeping their hands clean by letting them do it.
Yep.
So y'all can keep your hands clean and let me do it. I'll do it. I don't care. I'll do it. I'll do it. Keep your hands clean. Let me
it's
say
cool when they do it. It's a problem when we do it.
You're the pioneer of the 1v1 movement.
It's funny. Nobody gives me credit for it anymore. It's just like, yeah, because we've been doing this for a minute, bro. And the 101s and the 2s. But the thing is, I thought about this a long time ago, right? I was walking so other people could fly. And I'm completely okay with it. I'm looking with guys like Friggin and just all these other guys. I'm looking what they're doing. I'm like, that's really dope. I ain't gotta go hate on this dude. And for what? Like, it's so many things that I learned how to do, and I'm skilled in a lot. And it's not in the category. I'm skilled in a lot of different categories. But I need to go hate on this person doing something good. So like, we did the 2-on-2s, and everybody saw that it was gonna be like, oh, like the 2-on-2s is fun. Yeah. We did it with we had what's called a creator class. We did a Marcellus, White Iverson. The dude's name was Nelly, and it was one other person, I can't remember who it was, but it was cool. Like, and every game that we had with 2s came down to it. Nobody gives me credit for it. I don't need it, and I just enjoy watching all the stuff that's out there now.